Now, the war against Christmas continues. That's what my next guest says. The Catholic Church now suing the D.C. subway system for rejecting its Christmas ad. A transit authority spokesperson saying the ad doesn't meet transit guidelines. Take a look at the ad. It includes silhouetted shepherds against a starry background, encourages riders to, quote, find the perfect gift. Let's bring in the pastor of the First Baptist Church of Dallas. He's Pastor Robert Jeffress. Good to see you, Pastor.
Thank you, Liz.
What were your thoughts about this?
You know, today we're talking a lot about sexual harassment. Well, cases like this are examples of spiritual harassment. Both are serious problems in this country that need to stop. And look, this is a part of the larger, not just war on Christmas, but the war against Christianity. And Liz, I'd like to ask our viewers to ask themselves a simple question. Why is it that during the first 160 years of our nation's history, public expressions of faith like nativity scenes, Ten Commandment displays, Bible reading, prayer in schools, those were not only allowed, but they were encouraged. But then suddenly, 60 years ago, judges started ruling these things as unconstitutional. Did the Constitution change and nobody tell us? Of course not. Liz, what has happened is we have allowed secularists to pervert the First Amendment into something the framers never intended. The First Amendment is not about the freedom from religious expression. It's about the freedom of religious expression.
You know, Pastor, the Metro system in D.C. says it does not accept advocacy ads from PETA or, you know, any other advocacy type of ads. What do you say to that? They're calling this an advocacy ad.
Look, all it's doing is reminding people about Christmas. Isn't it ironic that when we have the President of the United States bringing back Merry Christmas into our culture, we have the D.C. subway system trying to obscure the meaning of this holiday? And look, you know, the Catholic Church is simply encouraging people to go to church on Christmas Day. You know, in a day of rising racial tensions, mass shootings, opioid addictions, and every other kind of addiction, I don't see what's harmful about encouraging people to go to church. That seems like a good public message.
And you've said people don't have to be Christian to celebrate Christmas, but that people can celebrate the good that has been done, right?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, even if you don't believe, like I do, that Jesus was the Son of God, nobody can argue about the positive influence that he's had on the world. And look, Liz, here's the good news about all of this. The secularists are on the losing side on the war on Christmas. The fact is we still measure human history on our calendars. AD and BC, by the greatest event in the world, the coming of the Son of God, nothing can obscure that fact.
Pastor Robert Jeffress, Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming on.
Merry Christmas.